meant to be hanging out with Cass on Sunday. We usually watch a DVD in her room or something. That is what my life is supposed to be like. Spending time with my best mate, going shopping in town, and maybe going to the cinema with a boy. Not going to funerals or memorial services or whatever. Not talking to dead girls. Not thinking the unthinkable. I told Cass I might go round later, but it doesn't seem right somehow, us getting back to our old routine. How can it be the same as before? Are we supposed to just pretend that nothing's changed? Dad made me eat an extra helping of roasties at lunch. My stomach feels stretched tight like a drum. I'm lying on my bed, trying, and failing, not to think about Tara. Why does she want me to speak to Cass? What could she possibly tell me that I don't already know? I was there. I know exactly what happened. Except, I wasn't there when it actually happened, was I? When Tara Chambers breathed her last breath. My phone rings and rescues me from my thoughts. I don't recognise the number. Hello? Hello, is that Alice? It's a boy. A boy is calling me. Boys don't call me. Yeah, it is. Hi, it's Jack, Tara's brother? I stop breathing for a second. Hi. My voice sounds impossibly vacant. I hope you don't mind me calling. I saw you yesterday after. I'm so sorry about your sister. I don't really know what to say. He laughs, but not like he finds it funny. No one does. Sorry, You don't need to apologise. I've had enough of people apologising. I think it's starting to drive me a bit mental. Sorry. Now he laughs for real, and I like the way it sounds. Rich and warm, like the very best hot chocolate, the posh stuff Mum used to buy. Listen, Alice, I hope you don't mind me calling like this. It's just, I'd really like to talk to you. No, of course not, I don't mind, but, what do you want to talk about? The answer is obvious, but I cling to the hope that it might be something else. Anything else. You were in Tara's cabin on the trip, weren't you? Yes, not just me though. Maybe he doesn't notice how defensive I sound. I know, but I need to know what happened. I mean, I know what the police say. It's just, I'd like to hear it from someone who was there. And used to be such good friends with her. Sorry, this must be hard for you too. But maybe it would help for you to talk it through as well. No, say no. You're too upset to talk about it. Okay. What? No. Thanks, Alice. I really appreciate this. He pauses for a second. You know, I sort of missed you when you stopped coming round to our house. You were the only one of her friends who didn't ignore me. Thanks. He's talking nonsense though. I did ignore him. We arranged to meet up after school on Tuesday and then say our goodbyes. What am I going to do? I can't face him. I can't. It's one thing pretending in front of Dad and everyone at school, but he's her brother. I can't just lie to his face. He'll know something's up. And it's not right. He deserves to know the truth. But he never will. We promised. We all promised. There's no way I can go through with it. I was just too taken aback and cowardly to tell him. I'll call him on Tuesday and say I'm ill or something. Yes, that's what I'll do. It'll be fine. Cass texts me later. So bored. When you coming over? It's easier for me to go rather than have to explain why I don't want to. Not sure that my reasons would go down too well. I'm kind of knackered because the dead girl keeps hounding me. You see, she wants to find out exactly why she died, and for some reason she wants me to talk to you about it, and I really, really don't want to. So I hop on the tube and arrive at Cass's just as they're clearing away dinner. Her brother is home from uni for the weekend. I used to have the biggest crush on Matt, but I never told Cass. She'd have taken the mick something chronic. Anyway, the crush has faded now. He smells funny, and I don't like the way he looks at me. He leers. I'm pretty sure he never used to leer. Cass drags me up to her room and launches into a full-on tirade about how annoying her brothers are and how she can't wait to leave home and how she can't wait for Matt to go back to uni tomorrow and why does he have to come home so often anyway. I I'm semi-sympathetic. 3 brothers is really more than anyone should have to cope with. Tom's okay though. As far as I can tell, he hardly ever leaves his room. And Jeremy is cute as anything, but he won't be 6 years old forever. It's only a matter of time before he grows into a big, stinking, leering oaf like Matt. Still, I wouldn't mind having at least one annoying sibling to keep me company sometimes. There will be no one to make a speech like Jack's at my funeral. Jack. I wonder if I should tell Cass about Jack. I tune back in and Cass is moaning about dirty pants on the bathroom floor and burping at the dinner table. Ha! You can hardly talk. You're hardly the queen of hygiene yourself. She throws a pillow at my head. Shut it, you. You don't know what it's like. I could kill them sometimes. We're both silent for a second. So, anyway, what have you been up to since yesterday? Nothing much. Dad keeps watching me. I think he's waiting for me to have some kind of breakdown. Annie made me a fried breakfast and roast chicken for lunch. And by the way, dead Tara told me to ask you about the night she died. God, your dad's such a feeder. Anyway, I reckon you could do with some more meat on your bones. I throw the pillow back at Cass, but it misses and knocks a picture frame off her bedside table. Cass picks up the frame and sets it back in place. It's a photo of me and her taken a couple of years ago on a school trip to France. We're eating gigantic ice creams and we're both sticking our tongues out. You can see other people in the background. Tara's there, her perfect profile visible over my shoulder. I have to tell Cass, even though I know exactly what she'll say. Jack called. He wants to talk to me about it. Jack, who's what? Her brother. I've noticed that Cass doesn't like using Tara's name these days, as if it makes a difference. I'm tempted to remind Cass that Tara is/was not Lord Voldemort, but maybe she doesn't even realise she's doing it, and maybe it doesn't matter if it makes her feel better. Yeah, he called me earlier. He wants to meet up on Tuesday. You're not going to, are you? Cass is horrified. I don't know. I said yes, but... You can't! Have you lost your mind? No, but I couldn't say no to him. Why not? It's not hard. Tell him you don't think you can talk about it. You're traumatised. Yeah, no one can argue with that. Don't you think he deserves... Deserves what? To know the truth? You have lost your mind, haven't you? How many times am I going to have to say this to you? No one can find out what happened. No one. You know that, don't you? If anyone finds out, we'll be in a deep, deep mess. They're not going to say, oh, it's okay. We understand it was an accident and you were scared and panicked and did the wrong thing. We'll go to prison. All of us. For God's sake, Alice, I can't believe you're even considering this. I'm stunned by her viciousness. I know it's driven by fear, but it's still horrible to see her face all twisted up. I can feel the tears start to well up. I can't help it. I wasn't going to tell him anything. I would never do that. Her face softens. Alice, we have to be careful. If you talk to Jack, he might let something slip by mistake. We have to be on our guard all the time, at least until all the fuss dies down. I really, really don't think you should do this. I don't think he's going to interrogate me or anything. Maybe he's got no one else to talk to. But why does it have to be you, of all people? Because he knows I was in Tara's cabin? Because I used to be friends with her? I don't know. I think I owe it to him to at least talk to him. It seems like the least I can do after. It was an accident, remember? I swear, if I hear Cass say the word accident one more time. It's been her mantra since it happened. She holds on to it like a raft in a storm. It was still our fault, and we could have told the truth about what happened. We should know. We should have told the truth. She knows how I feel, and I know how she feels, and we're so utterly opposed that I wonder how things can ever be the same between us. How can we possibly get back to normal after something like this? We don't deserve normal. Cass sighs and flops back on the bed. Let's not talk about it anymore. I can't have this conversation again. You do what you want. Talk to Jack, whatever. Just be careful, okay? We sit in silence for a while. I shouldn't have said anything. I was going to bail on Jack anyway, but now I'm not. Telling Cass has made me absolutely certain that talking to him is the right thing to do. I'm not stupid enough to think it will make up for what happened, not even a little bit, but somehow I've got to get back on track, back to who I am. I've always thought of myself as someone who does the right thing, or at least tries to. I really hope I can be that person again one day.